It is a debate that has been reignited in this country under the worst of circumstances. Whether governments should pay ransoms, whether they are paying them indirectly, and why one wasn't paid to save Canadian John Ridsdel's life yesterday in the Philippines. The Prime Minister, for his part, wasn't debating anything today. Justin Trudeau said Canada does not and will not pay ransoms. The CBC's Rosemary Barton is on the story again for us tonight from Kananaskis, Alberta. Rosemary?
Wendy, the government was briefed regularly on the fate of these two Canadian hostages. CBC News has learned a special committee was designated in order to brief the Prime Minister and his cabinet ministers under the strict condition that no government ransom ever be considered. That long-held policy was one the Prime Minister wanted to strongly reiterate today.
Canada does not and will not pay ransom to terrorists, directly or indirectly.
That message sent around the world and specifically to militants of Abu Sayyaf, still holding Canadian Robert Hall hostage in the Philippines. The same group that killed John Ridsdel, captured at the same time, beheaded him after a deadline for a ransom that could have been as high as $8 million came and went. Canada, the United States, and the United Kingdom all maintain paying terrorists ransom endangers their citizens. But other allies like France, Germany, and Spain do. So when speaking to British Prime Minister David Cameron today, Trudeau suggested they may need to work together to get countries on side to stop paying out.
And we need to make sure that terrorists understand that they cannot continue to fund their crimes and their violence from taking innocents hostage.
In the short term, paying ransom can seem like the easiest solution to a kidnapping. But this security expert says negotiations are the safest way to keep people alive.
And so it's usually much more complicated than simply just writing a check. So simply saying, well, if Canada had only paid up, then John Ridsdel would still be alive today. I don't think the answer is quite as straightforward and easy as that.
The Prime Minister repeated Canada will go after the terrorists without saying how, and says there are ongoing conversations with the Philippines and allies, something that was confirmed by authorities there today.
The full force of the law will be used to bring these criminals to justice.
The government may have a strict no ransom policy, but families can decide for themselves if they want to pay the hostage takers. And in those cases, the government can do little to stop it. Wendy.
Thanks, Rosemary. Rosemary Barton.